Hello friends, in this video lecture we will see vertical communication associated with OSI reference model. In last video lecture we have seen interlayer communication associated with OSI reference model. So interlayer communication is basically communication between two adjacent layers within same system, that is interlayer communication. So this vertical communication is basically extended version of interlayer communication. Like interlayer communication, vertical communication happens within same system either at sender side or at receiver side. In vertical communication, there is involvement of more than two layers within same system. At sender side, vertical communication is there from top to bottom. At sender side, we can say application layer interacts with presentation layer through interface between application layer and the presentation layer. This presentation layer further interacts with session layer through this interface. This session layer interacts with transport layer through interface between session layer and the transport layer. Transport layer again interacts with network layer through this interface. Means the flow of data is there from upper layer, which is application layer, to the physical layer, which is lower layer of OSI reference model, from top to bottom direction. So that is at sender side, vertical communication is there from top to bottom. Here in diagram we have seen each layer calls upon the services just above it. So example, we have already taken that layer number 6, that is presentation layer, uses the services provided by layer number 7, that is application layer. Here in this case, presentation layer is lower layer and application layer is upper layer. At receiver side, vertical communication is there from bottom to top, that is each layer calls upon the services just below it. Here, after receiving information at physical layer interacts with data link layer. This data link layer is basically upper layer and physical layer is here lower layer. This data link layer again interacts with network layer through this interface. In that case, data link layer is lower layer and this network layer is upper layer. Again, this network layer interacts with transport layer through this interface. Transport layer interacts with session layer interacts with presentation layer. Means this every lower layer gives services to the upper layer from bottom to top approach. Means from physical layer to the application layer within same system. That is, this application layer, which is upper layer, uses the services provided by presentation layer through this interface. So this happens within same system from bottom to top direction. That is known as vertical communication at receiver end. So example, we have already seen that application layer, which is upper layer, uses the services provided by presentation layer. So presentation layer is lower layer and this application layer is upper layer. Whenever there is a communication between two systems, then at physical layer communication is direct. Means this physical layer of sender is directly connected with physical layer of receiver, either through wire mode or through wireless mode. At higher layers, communication must move down through the layers on device A, that is sender, over to a device B, that is receiver, and then back up through layers at the receiver end. Means at sender side, communication is there from application layer to the physical layer, and physical layer of sender is directly connected with the physical layer of receiver, and at receiver end there is a communication from physical layer to the application layer, and this passing of data and network information down through the layers of sending device and backup through the layers of receiving device is made possible by an interface between each pair of adjacent layers, and this activity is known as interlayer communication, as we have seen in the previous video. And each interface defines the information and services a layer must provide for the layers above it. So as far as the 7 layers in vertical communication is concerned, these 7 layers are divided into 3 subgroups. First group is known as network support group, or these layers are known as network support layers. It comprises layer number 1, that is physical layer, layer 2 data link layer, layer 3 network layer, and these network support layers are a combination of software and the hardware. These 3 layers functions in special devices like switch, hub, router, or some networking devices, and physical layer which mostly deals with hardware. This network support group or this network support layers deals with physical aspects of moving data from one device to another device, such as electrical specification, physical connections, physical addressing, transport timing, and reliability. Second group is user support group or user support layers, and this group has layer 7, that is application layer, layer 6, that is presentation layer, layer 5, that is session layer, and these layers allow interoperability among unrelated software systems, and these layers mostly implements in software through which user interact with the system. Third group is the layer 4, that is transport layer, single layer in a group which links two subgroups, that is user support group and the network support group, and ensure that the proper information transmission must be there within the system. Here from this diagram we can say that this group is known as user support group and this group is known as network support group, and these two groups are linked together by this group 3. So in next video lecture we will see peer to peer communication, parallel communication, and horizontal communication associated with OSI reference model. For more such videos, stay connected with this channel, and if you like this video then subscribe and share. Thank you.